Thank you so much for that warm introduction, Jason. As he mentioned, my name is Jeffrey Hubbard. I'm a medical doctor here in the United States, primarily based from Dallas, Texas. I am was introduced to the technology and to the company Lifewave by Elizabeth O'Feely. We've been in other companies and other ventures in the past, and she said, Dr. Jeff, you have to see this amazing technology. Please, do your due diligence. Help me to understand how relevant and valid this is. And then I spoke with Phil Franklin and then Jason. And so as I continued to get to know various different individuals in the company, the credibility started to go up. Naturally, I was a little bit skeptical. Um, had never seen anything like this, had never seen or been introduced to photobiomodulation, which is the science behind the patches. And I didn't have much information on LifeWave. So I decided before I go out and spend money and spend time and energy and try to connect uh, this company to my patients and to other family members and individuals who I thought would benefit from the technology, I said, hey, let me do some digging. Let me do my own proper due diligence to, understand exactly how this technology works. One, so that I can vet the process and vet the product, but two, so that I could also have my own experience and my own language that I wanted to communicate how effective the patches are. And guys, just let me share with you, I've been wearing the X39 consistently and several of the other patches for approximately 6 months. And I am just every day that I wear them, I notice something significant, something different, something improving in my body. For instance, this is not a prop. I'm not wearing this just for the purposes of today's call. I'm actually, excuse me, I'm actually wearing this because I had a rough night. I didn't get much sleep. I had to take my girlfriend to the airport this morning. Her flight was at 6 a.m. It's just been a day. And this is a Nirvana patch that I'm wearing currently. And it has totally improved my mood. I wanted to make sure that when I jumped on the call with you all this afternoon, that I was in the right state of mind and that I was happy and healthy and ready to communicate effectively. And I'd say maybe I've had it on for an hour and I'm already starting to feel a certain level of euphoria. I'm starting to feel some of that mental fog and stuff go away. I also am wearing a couple of the other patches, but the combination of these patches, it really does something amazing. It's really just short of a miracle. There's no real way to describe it other than that. And so another thing is when you're wearing your patches in an area where they can be visibly seen by others. If you are out and about, this is a great conversation starter to get people to ask you the question, well, what is this patch? Why are you wearing it? What are the benefits? And this gives you the opportunity to give them your elevator pitch. And I would suggest that each and every one of you develop a 15 to 20-second conversation about LifeWave so that in passing or when you have a brief moment in a conversation over the phone or over a Zoom call like this, or you have a moment with a family member, you can say, hey, I am really stoked about this new product. It's doing wonders. Let me give you my spiel on how this technology works. So I'm going to share with you uh, some details about the X39 and kind of how the company got to this point. And hopefully you can sift through all of my conversation and take out some key points that are going to be valuable when you share this with other individuals. So first things first, let's kind of talk about photobiomodulation. That is a growing science, one that Mr. David Schmidt, our CEO, is a thought leader. He's published tons of papers about the benefits of light therapy to be able to improve the way the body functions or improve certain molecules that the body already produces. And so that is the essence of the patch, is that it reflects proprietary frequencies of light back into the skin to improve GHK copper peptide in the incidence of the X39, glutathione in the incidence of the glutathione patch, carnosine in the advent of a carnosine patch, our silent night patch. It raises your melatonin levels and helps regulate your sleep cycle. The list just goes on and on and on of valuable um, modulation of your body, your physiology, and the function of your body through wearing these patches. So in the white portion of this patch, there are liquid nanocrystals, and that's the proprietary aspect of these patches, because as the infrared light that we emit as body heat, as it bounces off of those certain nanocrystals, it is specifically reflecting certain frequencies of light back into our skin. So for example, you know about this in the process of tanning with UV rays and how that raises your melanin content and darkens your skin. Also, when you're in direct sunlight, you're processing and producing vitamin D. All right. So that is actually the most effective way to raise your blood levels of vitamin D, not through supplementation or not through diet, but through direct sunlight. And so there's all of these beneficial components because sunlight is actually 40% infrared light, just the same way that our body heat is infrared. There's infrared light in our body heat. So this activates these nanocrystals and reflects this light back into the skin. In the instance of X39, that light frequency raises a molecule that has recently been studied and found to be a powerful agent for change and regenerative medicine and all sorts of anti-inflammatory, antioxidant properties. It's called GHK copper peptide. And that molecule is raised when you wear the X39, and subsequently through biochemical processes raises our pluripotent stem cell levels. Okay, and so these stem cells are amazing. They do so many different things for our bodies. They help to regenerate tissue. They help to repair tissue. They help us to feel younger, smarter, stronger, faster, and all of these various different things. We're still discovering all of the different ways that these patches help for our bodies to improve. But that's been my experience. I feel young again. I feel like I'm in my early 20s. I'm bouncing around, don't need much sleep, don't need a whole lot of food or fuel these days. My weight has been maintained. My mental clarity and focus and memory seems to have improved. My desire to work out and exercise has gone up. I know that my beard appears to be fuller. My hair seems to be growing faster. So there's all of these subtle things that have been happening over the last 6 months. But I think the most powerful thing is that I just feel really energetic and I have great energy. I damaged my shoulder a little bit playing baseball as a teenager and as a college student. And now I have complete and perfect range of motion. I don't have any clicking or aches and pains or challenges sleeping with this shoulder anymore. And I haven't done anything to it other than consistently wear the Lifewave technology. So GHK copper peptide actually has so many different powerful benefits outside of the induction of stem cells. It influences 4,192 different genes. Either they're increasing the functionality of those genes or decreasing the functionality of those genes, depending upon what those genes do. So for example, one of the genes it works on helps to remove plaque from the arteries. So you want to raise that particular gene function to improve the plaque function around the body. Something else that it does, it stimulates elasticity in the skin. So you also want to improve and increase that gene function as well. So there's other areas where it reduces the gene function because you don't want to have that particular situation happen, like cancer genes. So it down regulates or turns off these cancer genes that we know can be damaging and can cause cells to grow abnormally. So this is what Dr. Lauren Picard studied. He's a professor at the University of Harvard in Boston here in the United States. And he's made his whole career of studying GHK copper peptide and all of its different benefits. So that's the science behind it, guys, is the fusion of this photobiomodulation with stem cell history and stem cell technology, along with traditional Chinese medicine, and figuring out exactly where to apply these patches. So all of these different acupuncture points around the body, they are associated with certain organs, with certain tissues, and they have certain energy centers. And so by placing the patches in those locations, you can even get more and more dramatic effects. So I'm just thrilled as a clinician to have this tool in my tool bag and be able to provide a non-invasive, easy to use and cost-effective strategy to raise stem cell levels. And it's so powerful to see all of the changes and the impact and the lives that are being influenced by our collective efforts. And so, guys, I just continue to encourage you and support you. Any questions that you have, I'll be sure to provide you some level of an answer. And I hope that the information that we discussed today will be valuable for you. Again, pick a few things that you can speak about to your family, your friends, your loved ones, your colleagues, or anyone that you bump into who you decide to share Lifewave with. Is really valuable when you can make those correlations and you can use certain terminology to really get your point across. It makes you look professional. It makes you look like you know your stuff, and it motivates people to give it a try. And that's what we want to have happen, guys, is if we continue to get people to try this product, I guarantee you that they're going to enjoy their experience and they're going to want to continue to wear the technology and purchase more from you. So especially for those of us, ladies and gentlemen, who are in the continent of Africa, this has the capability to revolutionize the way healthcare is practiced in African nations. And I can't stress enough how valuable you are to our team to begin to disseminate this information and disseminate this technology all around Africa and get the word out. You know, just think about that. How many even here in the States, there's very few people you're going to bump into who already know about Lifewave. So you have the unique opportunity to be a pioneer, a trailblazer in your respective community, in your family, amongst your friends and loved ones, to be able to introduce this amazing technology. I just recently had a distant cousin of mine who had suffered a stroke, and she's having all of these deficits and symptoms after her stroke. And she put an X39 patch on and she called me and she was just elated. She said she hasn't felt this good since she had the stroke. And she gave me her credit card on the spot because she wanted to order more patches. So it's really just that simple, guys. I mean, 99.9% of people are going to have a profound experience, whether it's in a couple of hours, a couple of days, a couple of weeks, or sometimes it takes even a couple of months, depending upon the complexity of the symptoms or issues that you're suffering from, and you're hoping that the patches help to improve.
Good afternoon and good evening to everyone across the globe. And I'm excited to have this core group of pioneers and leaders on this call. We do this every Monday, and it is our international expansion call. A friend of mine asked me, he goes, Jason, when he just signed up in the business, and he was like, you talk so much about the international markets, and why is that? And I believe that I like the sound of it. I like the sound of building a global international business. I just think that sounds very cool. So that's one reason, but we started talking about this, Nikki, I'm not sure when we actually started these international calls, but it was maybe 8 weeks ago, a couple months ago, we started doing these. We now have, I have to add them up. I believe we're in 17 countries that our team has reached out and found pioneers in 17 different countries across the globe. Now, we're continually expanding as this is happening, but this is a call for you. This is a call. We're going to do a quick presentation on the technology company, and then I'm going to do a quick training for you because it's an important week. It's Monday morning. I want to here to help you to achieve your dreams and your goals and stress to you the value and the window of opportunity that you have and the effort that you put forth, like taking us like a 747, taking off on that runway, launching your business. If you focus and you put the effort forth into this organization and this business, you can truly set yourself up for life. And I know this to be true because it happened to me. I was a bellman. I failed 10 times. I got involved with the right company at the right time, but I was asked a question from a leader that I had brought into the business. And he said, Jason, how hard would you work if you knew you could set yourself up financially for the rest of your life? How hard would you work for the next 24 months? And I went, wow, next 24 months, set myself up for life as hard as I possibly could. And that's what I did at that time. I was desperate. I was in a bad situation. I was in debt. I had no future, and I put tremendous effort into that business. And that window of time, that 24 months, truly set me up for the rest of my life. I learned the skills, I developed the income, I became a multi-millionaire in that process because I was with that company for nine years. And so in that period of time, but it was that launching pad. So tonight or today, whatever time zone you're in, we're talking about a launching pad. So let me go through this PowerPoint presentation real quick for the brand new people and for the people that are on, that are learning it and starting to do it on their own, which is great. 1 second here. We're talking about stem cells and this revolution, this timing, this window of opportunity. It's such a powerful opportunity. I had a dream about it last night that everybody wants to look and feel younger. This is just a universal law that people have. Stem cells are the key to making this possible. They are the healing cells, the repair cells. When something goes wrong with the body, that stem cells are the cells that make it, that repair it. They play a vital part of your immune system that repair and regenerate damaged cells. Understand stem cells have the ability to transform into heart cells, liver cells, kidney cells, different cells of the body. Now, every major newspaper across the globe, if you talk to anyone, I talk to people in Ghana, Nigeria, Australia, Malaysia, they all are aware of stem cells. They have heard of it, they understand it, they see the power of it. The problem is the older that we get, the less stem cells we have. Like everything in our body, as we age, we have less of. And it's that by the time you're 35, which is pretty young, you've lost 50% of your stem cell activity. By the time you're 60, you've lost 90% of your stem cell activity. The less stem cells that we have, the faster that we age and the slower the body heals. So options to increase stem cells. Injections, they're painful, they're expensive. They cost between $5,000 to $7,000 per injection. I've spent $9,000 personally on these after researching them for a year. They're risky. There is no guaranteed results. I was not happy with the results that I've got, so I was receptive and open with someone said, hey, there's a patch that has, see if I can find one of my little patches here, that have that stimulate stem cells. And I said, I'm open-minded. And all I want you to do is be open-minded that there is something powerful out there. Supplements is another option. You can Google supplements and you'll see different companies talking about stem cell and stem cell activation with supplements. There's no clinical studies. If you ask for a clinical study, they don't have them. Months to feel the benefits if you do feel the benefits from those supplements. So the good news, what we're talking about is a breakthrough in stem cell technology, a historic breakthrough. That's the powerful thing. It's a new wearable technology in a patch form. If you've ever seen it, what it looks like, simple little patch. And I was pretty skeptical when I saw this little patch, thinking, how can a patch do such amazing things to the body? And I want to do my best in the next 20 minutes to explain why this patch does. It's affordable, it's safe, it's non-invasive, there's no drugs, it's non-transdermal. What non-transdermal means is there's no ingredients passing into the body. It's not like a nicotine patch. You know, you put a patch on and nicotine absorbs through your skin. Those are transdermal. These are non-transdermal, meaning nothing passes into the body. It's a patented form of phototherapy. Uses specific frequencies of light to cause changes in the body. Now, before we get more into the product, let's talk about the technology, the company. It was developed in 2004 based on an energy enhancing technology for the Navy SEALs. It's a phenomenal technology. I've been using this one also, and man, it does work. It really does. It's so effective. World-class athletes around the world use it. You can see them on our website. There's dozens and dozens of them. We have a very solid foundation. We have a 45,000 square foot laboratory and manufacturing facility in Ireland. Corporate headquarters in San Diego, California, about 15,000 square foot home office there. And we are having distribution to 120 countries and 13 global distribution centers. Now, the man behind the technology is David Schmidt, brilliant guy, super smart, got 100 patents to his name. He's really smart. 100 patents to his name. Been in the phototherapy, research science for 20 years. He's conducted over 80 clinical studies on Lightwave's phototherapy. And, overall, phototherapy, there's been over 5,000 clinical studies on phototherapy. It's very well known. And many more in the works. David loves to do clinical studies. How does this technology work? Okay, and this is what I had to get my brain around. It's based on a light therapy called photobiomodulation. Okay, it has little organic crystals and materials in here that when you apply to the body, I put it on my body or I put it on my pet. We've got a lot of pet stories coming in. It activates. Okay, so now it's sending wavelengths or specific wavelengths of light into the body, and it's targeted beneficial biochemical responses in the body. Now, for thousands of years, we know that specific frequencies of light causes specific changes in the body. You go out into the sun, your body produces vitamin D. It's not absorbing vitamin D, it's absorbing the light. The light is having the body create vitamin D. Another frequency of sunlight, UV, causes your body to create melanin. That's a chemical that gives your body a suntan. Lifewave's patented technology is based on this very same scientific principle, okay? The clinical studies, the findings of this, X39 is clinically proven to activate a specific copper peptide, GHKCU, that activates our stem cells. I would Google copper peptide if I was you, because I did, and you'll see that copper peptide is a powerful peptide in the body. It was discovered in 1973 by Dr. Lauren Bacard. It affects 4,192 different genes in the body. It promotes collagen, it promotes elasticity in the skin, and as this peptide increases, it then activates stem cells. Study showed it helps short-term, mid-term memory. I just talked to a lady yesterday, no, it was 2 days ago. Her husband's 62, okay? Boy, 62 is young, okay? Because, Damien's close to that. So that's young. Helps with short term, and she jumped on that one, and her husband needs help with his memory. Improves quality of sleep. Sleep is a big thing. Helps to reduce blood pressure. There's 103 million people in the United States. 1.1 billion people worldwide have this issue. So talk about a market potential size. Heart rate variability, that's how your heart beats. Respiration, meaning how you breathe deeper, very important amount of oxygen that you get into your body. All of this can be found and more on our x39clinicalstudy.com presentation of Dr. David Schmidt. And of course, we always mention our disclaimer. These statements have not been approved by the FDA, and they're not intended to cure or prevent any disease. So let's talk about some of the results that we have happening in our business with our technology. Pain relief is a big deal. This is a massive market. This is what got my attention. I was in pain for 5 years, having issues with my hip, limping around, not happy, gaining weight, couldn't do my cardio, just was not a happy guy. Did the injections, still not happy. Used this patch. This little batch, within 3 days, 4 days, 90%, 95% improvement, just remarkable. That got my attention and got me excited. We'll hear some stories here later today. Energy, a lot of people talking about the energy of the patch and how it's working with them. Sports performance with this technology for recovery. Matter of fact, there's some pretty high level clinical studies going on with some major sports organizations, which when we have more information, we'll talk about those. Here are just some of the athletes that are on our technology, from the energy technology to the X39 technology across the globe. Go to our website. There's many more on there. Sleep, sleep's hugely important. I think that's a $67 billion market the last time I Googled it. For the market share of that, sleep is where your body heals, and that shows up in the clinical study. Now, wrinkle reduction is another big thing. That's the copper peptide. These are some of the testimonies that came in. Let me see if I'm not sure if this covers up or not, but let's see if I can. This lady's about 6 months on the technology. Now, collagen, promoting collagen and reducing fine lines and stuff takes a little bit more time. This is 4.5 months though, quite remarkable. This is Mandy, she's from Australia. She's one of the most popular social people that we have with it because of her photo. Because she did it after 1 year, and you can see after day 42, but day 355. And she's done more recent ones, and she looks absolutely fantastic. So you really see the difference, which is remarkable. This lady's after September, 4 months. This lady's from Denmark. I still haven't figured out what that says, but you could see the difference of the lines in her neck. Remarkable, just remarkable of how this technology is doing it. So ladies, pay attention. And men, I actually, people say I'm looking younger, and look at this guy. I didn't even think it was the same guy, to be honest. I was like, come on. But it is. The wife sent it in, and you could see the difference in his skin after 1 year of being on X39, just putting this little patch, this Star Trek type of patch on the back of your neck. And that's all you do. 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Hair growth. This is again from the copper peptide. You can Google it. There was a report done in the Journal of Molecular Sciences on copper peptide. Many people are talking about less gray hairs coming in on your temple, improved strength of your hair, quality of your hair, and hair growth. And here are some before and after pictures that have been sent in. For the men, this one's they're all pretty remarkable. And you ain't getting hair growth. It's remarkable of anything. I mean, that's just, talk about a benefit of, there have been a lot of testimonies coming in for nails. So I've seen some of those, and we'll post those up on our site. Wound healing is actually clinically proven. It's up on our website of what the technology does. You could see that after 20 days, this guy's after 63 days, is can't even see his scar. This is a cute, not cute, but a touching story of a little boy got his finger caught in the door. I mean, you see the picture of the kid. He's just a cute little blonde-haired boy from, I think it's Denmark, and got his finger caught in the door and chopped off his fingertip. And the doctor said it wouldn't survive, and the parents insisted they sew it back on. And look at that, after 2 months using the technology, dramatic healing ability. My son hurt his ankle. I put a patch on him right like that. Don't want to forget the pets. More and more pet stories are coming in. If you have a pet story, please send it in to us. We love to post these. This is a cat that had a throat issue, couldn't eat, put a patch on it. This little dog is from Hawaii, living the life in Hawaii. And he couldn't get up in his favorite chair. He's 15 years old, just not moving around. And they put a patch on him, and he jumped up on his chair. I mean, he just, after a couple of days. It works very fast on animals. This horse, see the watery eye, 24 hours, just cleared it up. Just remarkable. Pet business is a big, big business. Big, big, big. The silent killer, I put this up here just because so many people go, well, we have doctors. We're honored to have an MD on our team, and some other great chiropractors. And whenever we do calls with them, everybody asks all these questions. I have this health issue, and I've got this health issue, and this challenge, and everything. It's just remarkable how many people need help in the world. Time Magazine did a story on the silent killer. It was the link. If you read this article, it's the link between inflammation and every major disease. Pain, it's inflammation. You reduce inflammation, you reduce pain. Everything is linked to inflammation. So if you can reduce inflammation in your body, then your body heals itself. I mean, that's the key. So this is so important that and what is stem cells attracted to? Number one thing, inflammation. We have other technology that helps reduce inflammation, but the X39 is just remarkable at doing that. Copper peptide helps to reduce inflammation. Again, it's all, you can Google it. Third-party validation is essential to us as we promote. Again, disclaimers: we do not diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. Okay, the body does the healing. The results come from the body healing itself. We do have a website that's called Stem Cells for Health. I would highly recommend that you get on there. Look at that. It's a private Facebook group. We'll invite you on. Lot of great testimonies and stories from there. Let's shift into the business component from the product component. This technology was launched in January of 2019. So what are we at? August, 18 months ago. We're doing what multi-billion-dollar companies have not been able to do. There are, billions of dollars are being spent in research into the stem cell technology. People want this market share, and we have what no one else has. We have been issued a patent. This is big for us as brand ambassadors and people that are building our dreams, our future, our financial income with a company that has 20 years of protection. We have a one-of-a-kind technology, meaning there's no other technology like that. We have no competition, meaning no one can create a patch like this and call it phototherapy that stimulates stem cells. The company invested $4.2 million in over 10 years of time. This is a big number and a big statement, because it's not like, most companies, if they're going to launch a product, they'll find a formulation, or they'll go to a manufacturer and they'll spin it off, and they'll start selling a product. Not this. This is a lot of research, and then it actually has 20 years of research, because it was David's knowledge that created it. 30 million patches sold. 30 million patches. Big number. Okay, let's look at the global marketplace of stem cells. Estimated to hit $270 billion by 2025. That's only a few years away from us, and that's according to Yahoo Finance. We found that number, massive number. far bigger than I had expected it to be. That means there are a lot of people going after stem cells. Let's look at what Lifewave has done. Lifewave Global Sales, what they have done before the X39, okay? After 15 years in business, you know, then 2018, they did 20 million. Now they were up to 40 million, 20 million, and, you know, they jumped around that. But before, in 2018, they did $20 million in sales. Not bad, you know, there's nothing to sneeze at. It's still a great company. After they launched the technology, they jumped by 350%. Now, as a marketer and as a business person, you know, the only way that happens is because of results from a product. It's the only way that happens. The estimated sales are for this year, even with all the stuff that we have been through with COVID-19 and the lockdowns and the delays and the everything, $220 million. So even if they hit 200 million, okay, we knock off 20, that's 1,000% growth in 24 months. That's called timing. That's called a window of time that I have not seen in 30 years in my career, okay? We're on track to become a billion-dollar company in a very short period of time, 3 to 5 years with the international expansions, and many, many lives will be changed. That's a big thing. Lives will be changed on a financial basis. Lives will be changed on a physical basis. I know my life has been changed. I know I love this technology. I use it every day. But my kids are going back to school with the COVID-19 and everybody's all nervous about COVID-19, kids going back to school. I'm not. I'm putting a patch on them. I'm putting a glutathione patch and sending them off. You know, they're going to be fine. That's how, you know, you've got a glutathione. We have a glutathione technology that increases your glutathione level by 300% in 24 hours. Astonishing what this technology can do. And if you know, glutathione is the most powerful antioxidant that builds your immune system. Quickly on the compensation plan, this is just a summary. Please give the person who invited you for more information. We have preferred customers, and we've got a great preferred customer program. You earn $20 to $50. We have a product introduction bonus ranging from $15 to $500. This obviously depends on what is purchased and what rank you are at selling it. We have a binary team bonus. Binary is it's a powerful way. It pays up to $25,000 per week. And this is exciting because you build only 2 teams, a right team and a left team, and you develop those teams. We have a differential bonus that pays for $100 to $300. We have matching bonuses that pay unlimited income potential. Now, this is based upon your activity. You know, the harder you work, the more money you get paid, the more people you talk to, the more money you get paid. You get paid 25% of anybody you personally enroll of their binary income. So I enroll Nikki. Nikki gets, she makes $1,000 that week. I make $250 out of her binary income. Now, it also goes down to second and third level. Nikki brings in Belinda. Belinda makes $1,000, you know. Nikki's making $250, I make $200, okay? And then goes down to the third level. So it gets very exciting, and there's no caps, there's no limit on this. So we encourage you to talk to as many people. And that's just bringing them to these calls. We've got a great system. Invite them. We'll show you how to do it. Let me do the presentations. If you can't make the time, watch us on Facebook. Hi, everybody on Facebook. Great to see you. Please let me know where you are at. This is our African presentation. So there are 4 ways to get started. Each country, let me clarify this, have different types of packs that you can get signed up on where you can get signed up. We have a preferred customer. If you just watching, you go, I just want to try the product and I just want to be a customer, which we love customers. You become a preferred customer, you save $50. Monthly subscription, no long-term commitments, cancel at any time. There's a bronze starter pack for a person who just wants to get in. You get 1 sleeve, which is 30 patches, a month supply. You get the membership. Then there is a silver pack, which is $300. You get 3 sleeves. You get a free membership with that. A starter pack, a gold starter pack, I should say, a gold starter pack, which is $500. You get a free membership, 5 sleeves of product, and a free product of your selection. So the more product you buy, and needed to activate, you need this rank to hit manager, which is the first rank. We do also have a diamond pack, which is for the serious business builders. It's not on this. It's but those are that you get $400 of free product. You maximize some of the bonuses, the fast start bonus up to $500. So that's $1,600. But if you bring on 3 people, you've earned back $500. You've earned back nearly all of your investment. If you bring on 4 people in the 14 weeks, you made all your money back plus a profit. So get with the person. We just say, hey, get in where it's best for you, what you can afford, what your belief level is at, what's best for you to get started. You can upgrade at any time as you climb through the ranks and as you start to build your organization. But again, please join us on Stem Cells for Health. Our stem cell promotion, our private Facebook group is great. That is our presentation. What I would like to do before I go into a quick training is I'd like to have a few people share on what's happening with their business. And I'd like to call on, is Phil still in? I'd like to call on Phil Franklin. He is our brand new senior director with Lifewave. So he is doing just a fantastic job. He does nightly calls, which we'll be sending out a text today for his calls on nightly on a daily basis, building his business. But Bill, why don't you just give a quick update on what's happening with your business and your international expansion?
Oh boy, lots of great things. You're meeting with one guy today. I got another guy that we talked with yesterday that I'm waiting on an email for. Got Liz, she's just tearing it up. She became my first director. Then we got Jackie that just made director. Doing those calls each and every night. Getting ready to start a 30-day or a 90-day blitz the real way. I've been putting out emails and making a few phone calls, but I'm getting ready to start doing 100 dials a day. So let's really kick it into gear. And we've done it in the past, and it's about time to do it again. So just having a good time and helping lots of people, and just need to find out what other people want, what they're wanting, their why is, and help them get it. And if you do that, then you're going to succeed. And it's like I tell everybody every night on the calls, if you treat it like a part-time job, you can make more than a part-time income. But if you treat it like a full-time job, you can make more than you ever dreamed. And with this company, the only way that you're going to fail is if you give up. Because if you keep trying, you will succeed.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think after this call and during the training, that's what I'm going to talk about is that 90-day blitz, is that taking that action that you can do to really launch your business. I mean, take advantage of that window. Bill, congratulations on your success. Thank you for all that you do. Phil's so humble. One of the guys that he's talking to that we're trying to get in the business, in his previous company, he was doing $4 million a month out of Malaysia. $4 million a month out of Malaysia. So you never know who those people, what they do. You never know. Like when I look at the people that are coming in, Stem Cells for Life or our Stem Cells for Health, our life groups or Stem Cells for Health, those groups that we have, I look at the amount of friends they have, and some have 500, some have 4,000. The potential reach is just remarkable. But Elizabeth, you just went brand new director. I'm going to call on Elizabeth, and I'm going to call on our superstar Ann in the Philippines. So Elizabeth, tell us, you just went director and you're working on senior director for this month, but please share what's going on and with your business and your international expansion and any product stories. Hey, is there Louise on here too? I'd love to hear Louise's story, but go ahead, Elizabeth. You just have to unmute yourself.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the call. Thank you, Jason, for hosting all these calls. Yeah, I'm going, hopefully, senior director this month. And I have new directors coming in. I've had so many success with these products since I started Lifewave. All my health issues are being reduced. I had problem with my eyes and everything, and my neck pain, headache, everything I had is gone, and I feel so good, belonging. So honored to be part of this great company that is producing, helping people all over the world with their health. So I feel so honored to have the chance to talk to people, and I'm helping so many people come into the team with so many testimonies all over the world, and that's because of what Jason, Jackie, Phil, all the leadership, all the trainings they're giving to us is helping me to move on and get to another level. Thank you so much, Jason.